everyone. My name's Carson Shepard, and I'm Levitate's Product Operations Manager. Today, I'll be going over the releases and updates for January 2026. First, I'll be going over a really exciting update for our nonprofits. It's recurring donations. A few months ago, Levitate released the ability to collect donations through a Levitate survey, and now we've made it so those donations can be made recurring through Stripe. To set this up, you first have to do a little setup on the Stripe side through settings in Levitate. We have that detailed in a step-by-step video on our recurring donations help document, and once you have those pieces set up, you can go into a donation survey and go under donation options. And then this is where you can choose if you'd like to allow one-time donations, monthly donations, or annual donations. You can have 1, 2, or all three set up here. So I'm going to enable it by clicking that tab. You can set suggested amounts for the donation. You can allow custom amounts, so the donor can choose the amount that they're giving per month or per year. And you can do the same thing for annual donations. This just makes it easier to use Levitate as your one-stop shop for collecting donations from your donors and supporters. The next couple updates we have to do with contacts, searching, and filtering. So when you're searching Levitate contacts, there are a lot of filters that you can use to narrow in on who you'd like to send to for an email or a text message, or even handwritten cards. So here, when you click into filter contacts, you can now choose to filter by location, which will allow you to filter by the city, the state, or even the zip code that contacts are listed in. And this is based on the street address that's on their contact profile. So just a really helpful way to narrow in on folks geographically when you're looking to send out something that's a little more granular to that location. Another update that we have with the search and filter function is company tags. So companies in Levitate are separate from contacts, but they're associated with contacts. So if 15 people have the same domain and work at the same company, they're associated with that company, and companies in Levitate can also be tagged. So just like contacts, companies can have tags as well. You might not always want those company contacts to have the company tags. It can get a little messy. But now when you're searching for company contacts, you can search by company tag to narrow in on the contacts associated with that company. So just an easier way to find the associated contacts with a company tag for sending and for outreach. My next update is around the Levitate AI Assistant. We've added a couple of usability updates just to make it easier and more streamlined to use with your Levitate process. So the first is with this microphone. Just like when you go into your text messages on your phone and click the microphone, you can do text to speech. So just to see what that looks like, I'm going to click here, give to the microphone, and then ask a question. And Levitate picks up the text that you're saying and searches it as well. Next, we also have another usability update. And have you ever been searching in AI or asking a question and you realize you asked the wrong thing or need to dial it in a little more? So here you can send a question, and while it's thinking, you can stop it mid-sentence so you can reword your question or ask something different. Last month, Levitate rolled out the team meeting links function, which allows multiple users to be available for scheduling, and it shows the most prioritized and first available meeting link for your customers. So now we've added a new feature to this. When you are going to edit or create a team meeting link, you can click into edit here, and then you're able to select the users that you have associated with that team meeting link and choose edit meeting settings. These meeting settings will override the meeting settings that are set up on the meeting type that you've selected for the team meeting link, just meaning that when you do this, it will override the settings like duration, time slots, max per day, month, or day schedule out, as well as reminder template for a meeting reminder automation. This will allow this information to be uniform across all users that are associated with the team meeting link. And just a reminder that you do need to be an admin or super admin in Levitate to access these settings, create team meeting links, and edit the team meeting links. Our next updates are around two of our data boards. So for our insurance clients, tracking policies, and for our nonprofit clients, tracking donations, you can now see an updated, more visual advanced reporting screen for donations and for policies. First, I'm going to click into donations, and there's a button at the top for checking advanced reporting, so you can click into that. The filters from the donations board will copy over here, and you're able to search and filter that way. But you'll also see a roll up of some donation information of all time, but you can also filter by date and by year. You'll see graphs that you can present to your crew and just a lot of information that makes it a lot more visual and easier to understand than just the data board itself listing it out. And it looks pretty similar with policies, but instead of donations, it is policy data, renewals, carriers, premium, all that good stuff. So when you click into the policy board, click check out the advanced reporting, you'll see policy information and the same filters that you get on that policy board. And you'll see premium information, you'll see commissions, renewals, and just a lot of information to give you a more visual approach to your policies, your renewals, your carriers, and all of that renewal and policy information. Our final update is for the contact profile around phone numbers. Previously, when adding or updating a phone number for a contact, our users were only able to label it with preset labels that Levitate created. Now, when you're adding a phone number, you can label it whatever you'd like or choose from the pre-populated labels. So here, I'm going to add a number and a label. Here you can see the drop down, but I want to add and save it like that. It will show the label that you've created along with the phone number that you've added. That's all I have for January updates. We have a lot coming out in the next month, so a lot to keep up with. So keep your eyes out, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel just so you can stay in the loop with Levitate updates and product releases.